Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. I'm uploading this video Tuesday. How to avoid and overcome burnout. Let's get started. First, I want to talk about what I think could be causing burnout. We've all experienced it in many ways. The two that I'm just going to be honing in on this video is budgeting and dieting. There's many other areas of our life that we can get burnt out on, but I don't want the video to go too long, so I'll just touch briefly on two. These are why I think that folks get burnout, at least from my opinion. Number one, we set goals too high or unrealistic goals. For example, we may say we want to, for budgeting, slash our grocery budget. Let's just say you're wanting to save money and pay off some debt. So you have a family of 4 and you guys spend $700 a month on groceries. And you're like, well, I'm going to spend $200 a month on groceries. That may be okay, but it may be unrealistic. So when you don't feel you can live up to that goal, you beat yourself up and then you give up altogether because you set your goal too high, rather than say, okay, I'm not going to spend $700. I'm going to see if I can cut back $100, work with that for a while, and then gradually cut back and just do it in baby steps. That's just what I've noticed for me, is many people just go all in and get totally burnt out. Number two, this is a huge one. We've talked about it a lot. You've heard it on other channels. Comparing ourselves is the death of joy. As we've talked about also, there's many different channels out there. There's some what I would call extremely frugal, and there's some channels that I would say are more liberal in their spending. There's nothing wrong with that. They each, as long as they can meet their financial goals and they're happy with where they're at, that's great. And where they're at now may not be where they are a year from now. So I feel we each need to find what works for us in any type of goal that we may have. So comparing ourselves to others, we can also get burnt out from that when we don't feel we live up to others' expectations, especially in the budgeting community. Number three, this is a huge one, doing too much stuff, writing too big of huge to-do lists. That is me. I want to put 36 hours worth of stuff in a 24-hour day. And now on my weekends, since I'm not doing demos, I want to accomplish all of these things that I never used to have time to do. And so I used to make like a list of 50 or 60 things I wanted to accomplish over the weekend and get kind of depressed when I couldn't accomplish all of them. Now I'm being more realistic about my to-do list, and I'm writing about 20 things for the weekend, and I feel I accomplish all of them. So that is a big thing. You see all these life coaches on YouTube that are fabulous, but I think many folks are trying to live up to their standards and what works for their life. We have to do goals and things that work for us. So that's what I notice, what I think causes it. Now the big thing, and I've already touched on it, the two areas I feel people get burnt out on is budgeting. I recently saw a video, and I'll be talking about this more next week, where somebody was like, gosh, do I have to really be this frugal and pay off debt? And I think that this person was really comparing themselves to other people because we're trying to live up to other standards. If somebody else wants to give up everything, not have cable, not have Netflix, never get their hair done, nails, and they're happy with that and they feel peace for living that lifestyle, they want a more simple lifestyle, that's okay. They're not telling us, or even if they are, we don't have to listen to it. They're not telling us that we have to live that way. Everyone needs to do what works for their budget. We can reallocate it every month and pick out what works for us. But instead of beating ourselves up or setting our bar too high, I really am a big believer in taking small, more manageable steps. Number two, you guys know this. A lot of these weight loss channels are big into the keto now. Nothing wrong with that. I've heard people have fantastic results. I've heard good things about keto, and I'll be doing another video on keto probably in the next couple weeks. That's fantastic, but maybe that's not the right eating plan for you. Maybe doing Weight Watchers is better for you, or just simply watching portions. Everyone has to do what works for them. The bottom line is, I really feel we would be getting less burnt out if we would take more manageable baby steps that work for us and our family and concentrate on what works for us and celebrate the small, even the smallest victories. Heck, if you're not used to saving any money at all and you save $10 this month, guess what? That's a start. If you have gained 50 pounds over the last 3 years and you are just all you did was simply cut back a little bit on your food, and in 6 months you lost 10 pounds, that's a victory. So that's all I have to say on this. Let me know and below in your comments, do you have any tips on overcoming burnout and also not comparing ourselves to others? Thank you everybody for watching, and I love you. Bye!